over because this fucking camera, phone, piece of shit. I'm going to get a GoPro if I have to go prostitute on the street. Watch me. Because you barely touch it. It shuts off. I'm going to re-show you everything I did now. I'm taking this with me. Okay? Look at my fat butt. Get out of the way, Woofy, before I knock your block off. Somebody told me about this cat shelter place. They give away food. Well, look at all the food. I got 40 cases of food. This is from that other lady that gave me food. I've never had food like that. This is like $3,000 worth of cat food, at least. Easy. Easy, easy peasy. Because I would spend on one case of cat food a week, $40 on canned cat food. And that's not just I would buy that a week. That would never last me a week. I would easily go through 2.5 cases a week, right? Plus a bag and a half a week, something like that. Let's get this where you guys can see this. And I just happened to be watching it and I wanted to come on here. Can you guys see me? This looks kind of, yeah, it looks kind of cloudy. This camera is a piece of shit. Yeah, well, whatever. And I thought it was worth talking about for a couple minutes. Look at my hair. I gotta go take a shower. I'm making spaghetti and meatballs. I'm a mess. Who cares? Mark Lida. Any of you guys ever hear of him? Soft white underbelly does. He interviews people that are trying to make it in this world, that are drug addicts, people that live on streets, people that got abandoned by people, just all different walks of life that are struggling, right? And he's also interviewed, I thought it was very interesting, the Whitakers in, I'm not sure if it's West Virginia. And the reason why I always remember that, Raleigh County, West Virginia, because if you ever watched the Waltons growing up, they lived, their next local town was Raleigh County, West Virginia. And I just think, I bet it looks like a beautiful place to live. It's very country-like. And he's just a very interesting gentleman, and he's helped a lot of people. He's actually raised money for those people that there were, the Whitakers are supposedly the most inbred family in West Virginia. And you know what, when he met him, and I think he had a lot of backlash at first, what I'm gathering when he first met them. And this is the thing, people always think people are out for bad, and this man helped that family so much. He's had GoFundMes for them, and they still kind of live bad. It's just the way they are. They have changed their house around for the better, but they still, don't live 100%, but that's who they are, what they are. Sometimes you can't change people. Like you can take what is that? You can take the boy out of the city, but you can't take the city out of the boy. Kind of for say, I got like an eyelash feels like in my eye. But I think he's such an interesting gentleman, and what made me, I think we're a lot alike, and that's why I'm mentioning this. He said, somebody else is interviewing, something that I'm watching, something about that, what makes him him, and what does he take away from these interviews, and I totally agree with this, and this is a big part of who I am, which you guys don't see. I wish I looked a lot better on here. Casey, maybe he's going to watch this because I'm going to put his name on here. And I totally agree with this way of thinking. And it's either in you or it isn't. And I know I got it from my mother. Like, remember how I had that big, if this dog don't sit, I'm going to wipe his ass out. He just walks and walks and walks and walks. But anyways, lay down, Woofy. I'm going to AWALK him soon. Because, yeah, and it's damn freaking windier and cold than shit in Michigan. But anyways, what I have to say to you is important. I got in that big fight with my cousin. I forgive her for being ignorant and stupid like she is. And totally treats me like garbage. But all I can do is go on from that. And that's pretty much what he's saying. Like, he learned from me as a little kid, it's either in you or it isn't. And it's always been in me. When I get in a fight with somebody, like, remember I got in a fight with my best friend? 2 days later, I'm missing the shit out of her and wishing we were talking. You got to pretty much, what I'm gathering, stop it, Woofy. You got to take the good and the bad with people. People are always going to piss you off, make you mad, and make you want to kill them. But you got to take the good and the bad with people and let shit slide, because like he said, you get the gift from it. You can walk lighter, as he said, and you feel free and your mind's at peace. I think, you know what? Like I said, my cousin can go on and be in the screwed up, effed up life she's in, and she don't know I'm alive. That's on her. That's her fault. All those mean things she said to me is all on her. And I'm you know what? All she had to do, because I was crying about her, is say, gee, I didn't know I hurt you like that. Hey, let's try to do a little better job with each other, talking to each other. Imagine that. Talk like a grown-up 60-year-old woman that you are. But she don't have no sense to do that. So anyways, I do. Like, I regret coming on here and making the 2 videos kind of like bashing her after the fact, but I was hurt, and that's my thing to do. The first thing when I'm hurt is to lash out at people. But if I hurt her, all I did was cry about her. I didn't say nothing mean or bad about her to act that way. I could see if I came out right away with a video calling her a piece of shit or something like that. I didn't. I was crying about her on Christmas Eve, that I wish I meant something in her life, and I mean nothing. But that's okay, because she's going to have to answer God for it, not me. She had a perfectly good, wonderful family member that just wanted to be a part of her life once in a while. And I'm not the kind of person that's going to be all clingy up somebody's ass. Just once in a while. Know I exist. Know I'm alive. That's all. But anyways, I think he's very interesting, this Lida guy. Getting back to that. Remember how I interviewed that one lady? I don't know what happened to her. Remember her name was, what was it, Kay or something or whatever? I can't remember. That really wasn't her name. And Whoopi, stop burying cheese in the stuff. I'm going to kill this dog. I don't know where she ended up going. She was living in that parking lot for a couple months by Dollar General, and then she was gone. And that's another thing. I got to go back to Dollar General. Their door was open for 3 or 4 hours. They never did bring their garbage out. Maybe they got real busy with customers, but I'm going to go back there and see if they threw anything out when my husband comes back, because he took my van. Thank God he unloaded all his cat food. I put it all in the van. And I told him to leave 3 cases in there, because I'm going to take to that lady in Detroit tomorrow, plus that ranch I found, the butter, the donuts, and the other stuff I'm going to give to her. I got a whole bag full of stuff to give to her. Whoopee! Enough! Stop it, you little crazy dog. But I just think he was interesting, or very interesting kind of a guy. I would love for him to interview me, because I try to help people, and I wish he would interview me, because my channel, and you guys all know this, is about, hey, this is my philosophy. You go in your closet, you got something that's the wrong color, wrong size, that's either brand new with tags or almost new, and you never wore it. Give it away. Why hold on to something that you may never wear again, when somebody can get instant gratitude and instant usage out of right away? Same with your food. There's too many people hurting in America. We need to be the eyes and the ears to make this change. People got it. Somebody said to me yesterday, well, it's godly not to talk about what you do. People don't get what I do. I'm not talking about what I do so you kiss my ass. I could give a flying fuck less if you kiss my ass. I don't care. I'm doing it to bring awareness and hoping that people, you guys, the 2,230 of some of you see this and think, you know what, that crazy fat bitch Lisa said maybe I should give a can of chicken noodle soup away. You don't know what that could do to somebody. That could change their day. That could change their week, where they have enough bus money or gas money to get to work the rest of the week, so they got one meal covered. That's what I'm talking about. Our government's too frickin' far gone. All they know how to do is argue with each other. Democrats, Republicans, all they do is frickin' argue. It's a frickin' sideshow. We need to really start stepping up and taking care of one another. And if somebody like that Mark Lida, could take light on my little channel and watch my videos and show what I'm promoting, to really try to help people, I think it would be awesome. Or in any other dumpster divers that try to help people. Like, Amy and them just started the blessing box. I don't know if she does it that much. I know they give to people all the time. But I know Curbside Junkies are always filling up the blessing box. So is that Breath Kiss. They're always filling. I know Amy gives a ton of stuff away to people that are around her, family and friends too. She gives a ton of stuff away. But that's what we do. And if the light was shown on us more positively, I'm not just a dumpster diver on here. I am on here to promote, there's that fucking clock, to promote helping people all the way around. Just not feeding them, feeding their minds too, where I'm trying to make this. You happy, Pat? You see this shit? This is ridiculous. Don't chime all day till I start talking. We need to do different than what we do in America, because it isn't working. The food pantries are stretched to the limits. They don't have enough to give you. All these little individual pantries that you go to, there isn't shit in them. There isn't shit in them. And if you can't hit them on the day that somebody brings stuff, within hours they're emptied out. So that shows you food is a major, I think, number one. Between food and housing are our most number one, number two concerns in America right now. I don't know which one can outweigh the other one. But all I'm saying is, if somebody like that could interview me, interview other dumpster divers, and show the good that we do, maybe people, when they see us, wouldn't be mean to us going in their dumpster and just wanted to end up in the landfill. That's one of the whole purposes, too, of what we do, so it don't end up in a landfill. Why should perfectly good water or food or donuts or juices or whatever it may be end up in a landfill when somebody is starving out there? Makes no fucking sense. No sense. This is Lisa sharing freaking life stories with you. You better like, you better subscribe, and hopefully this gets to Mark Lida's ears. Maybe he would interview a fat old lady like me that's trying to do good for this world and help people. That's what it's about. That's what I get my high on every day. This is my fucking high on every day. Seriously. And all that cat poop, because I'm going to give more of that away. My friend, a couple other people here and there. But my cats can eat because of that now. You know what I'm saying? That's the good that we can all do. I love you all. Please subscribe. I should be at 20 million people. Somebody like me that wants to help people, come on. Like I said, I can't play hoo-hoo-hoo music, from Alaska coming out of my asshole and show you beautiful mountains, but I'm talking to your soul and I'm talking to your heart to help people. We can all do this. Somebody as poor as I can that makes frickin' less than $15 an hour now. We can do this. We can all band together and do the common good. And remember, this is my philosophies. These animals didn't ask to be here. The 20 cats, and that's another thing I do. I feed 20 or 25 stray cats a day. They didn't ask to be here. All they know is they're hungry and they're cold. I'm trying to take that off their plate, right? Trying to remove as much of that as I possibly can. Number two, again, what I always say, people, if you go in your closet, something's going to be wrong color, wrong size. I'm giving you all different ways, avenues to do it real simple on a layman's terms, meaning you can go out on your boulevard and put stuff out and say free. You can go in your place of work in the main lunchroom, say free. You may have changed somebody's work day. They may have not brought a lunch with them. They may have not been able to afford a lunch, can of soup, whatever, ramen noodles, whatever, some SpaghettiOs or meatballs. You may have changed somebody's life, you know? I did that at my last place of work. I brought this guy a bunch of stuff, and I know that really he had no food. I know he didn't. He was so thankful for when I brought him, like bags of SpaghettiOs, all canned goods and stuff. It gave him enough food to make it. I could tell without words coming out of his mouth because he was embarrassed, and nobody should be embarrassed ever to need anything in this world. Shouldn't be embarrassed because we should all be a common right to have food, water, and shelter. That should be a common decency right to all of us, you know? Like and subscribe. Get this to Mark Lida's ears. Hopefully he would interview somebody like me, so maybe we could change Corprate's greedy son of a bitchin' minds, you know, about throwing all this in dumpsters, and let us have it, you know, and let us willingly have it and not to fight to have it, you know. I love you guys. God bless. You sons of bitches, come back and subscribe.